All right, ladies and gentlemen, this week on the Reddit Report, we're talking about cargo theft, and more specifically, strategic cargo theft.
Oh shit.
As usual, our bandits are Teddy Taquito Tequila Terror Bear, my mustache may be fake mystic, hand over your Ozempic Oracle, and always with the alibis Ashtray. And before we get into our topic, don't forget about our weekly Dane County Humane Society Pause for the Cause. This week, our pet is Bad Bunny. He is a Mexican cottontail rabbit who was smuggled all the way to Levi Stadium in San Francisco for what he thought was his mic check, only to find out some Puerto Rican bastard is actually performing the Super Bowl halftime.
Oh, man.
Damn.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
Once
that's
he got
depressing.
smuggled up here, he had no papers. He didn't know where to go, so they sent him to the Dane County Humane Society.
Right.
All right. So, this is a topic I actually read a report on, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago or so. It's like, oh, I never thought about that. And it wasn't till, which I'll get into later, tell the fucking old Guy Fieri.
Oh, Guy Fieri.
Oh, Guy Fieri.
We should.
Leave it to Guy Fieri to make a topic.
Somebody steal his hair dye?
Blow up. Oh, it wasn't his hair dye. It was his tequila.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Guy Fieri is a victim of this crime. So when we think of cargo theft, most people think of basically cargo theft has been around as long as cargo's been around. Think of like pirates and train robbers. But it's getting more sophisticated these days, and in the last couple of years, it's actually really rising in this particular form called strategic cargo theft. On average today, retailers are losing about $1 billion a year.
Damn.
To cargo theft. And often people, when they hear about it, they're like, whatever, fuck, it's just fuck those corporations.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it all ends up in the long run getting passed down to the consumer. So for reported cargo thefts, this is the broad encompassing cargo thefts. In 2023, there was reported 3,011 cargo thefts. In 2024, there was 3,798. That was a 26% increase. And of that cargo theft between those 2 years alone, train theft was 40%.
Train? So are they out there on fucking horseback?
Yep.
Robbing trains?
No, actually there are some some recent viral videos on fucking TikTok or whatever of in Chicago area. Just a whole bunch of just regular motherfuckers just swarmed down and busted open some of those, because the trains, they put those cargo containers that come off the ships, stack them on train cars, and these people in Chicago busted into some of them, and right out in the open, broad daylight, we're just looting shit out.
And that's why we need the fucking National Guard, because I want my Amazon.
This is why Trump is sending the National Guard to Chicago to protect that precious corporate cargo. So, those videos of the train cargo thefts in Chicago are more like the traditional strong arm cargo theft, which is still
theft.
more than 50%.
That's what their
of,
fucking tracks look like in Chicago. I'm looking at this video of just like,
Oh,
that's a lot of
Yeah, that's it.
garbage fucking everywhere.
well, that I think is after they looted.
Oh,
'Cause it
okay.
almost sounded like that, probably someone sent out a TikTok or a Twitch or whatever. Yeah, you can see this video here where it's just like, hey, like we know there's cool shit in these cars and this train's been parked here.
Yeah.
And so like the whole hood came out and started looting.
Did the whole hood come out?
Nice blinds, Teddy.
Thank you.
So that's like your traditional cargo theft is not just trains, but also will be like people
Planes and automobiles.
will either break into warehouses and steal pallets of shit, roll up with a truck. People will roll up on a semi when the guy's going in to take a piss at the Quick Trip and run off with his truck.
Oh, run off with his fucking truck? Like the entire truck?
Oh, yeah.
or-
So they'll either run off with the entire truck, if they can break into it, or at like a full-on truck stop, sometimes. And because these theft groups are more and more organized now, like they'll tail, and they're actually like, it's not just like, oh, here's a semi, like let's see what's in here. Like they might break in and it's just like fucking pallets of Bounty paper towels, like, but they are now like, they are hacking in, which is what they consider strategic cargo theft, where thieves use deception to intercept or trick suppliers and shippers to take the goods or even directly the payments involved in the shipping industry of the merchandise. So like they are phishing and hacking in to figure out like what specific trucks have what. And it's
okay.
like, oh, this truck
Well, I mean,
has
they should have done it earlier, because just breaking into a truck and hoping it's something valuable. I mean, that's a shitty.
well,
That's a shitty
let's
way
say,
to fucking. I
let's
mean,
say they
not a
have.
good
let's go
game
down to the
plan.
docks and see, and hopefully they got some shit we
Yeah.
want to steal, fellas.
Oh,
If you
sure.
break into the
I
first
mean,
three, there's like
my
toilet paper,
point-
diapers, and shit. So,
point being, they have been doing it earlier. It's only
Oh,
just
okay.
now where they're actually starting to talk about it.
Gotcha.
And because so like cargo theft, the strategic cargo theft, which involves like not just like, oh, there's a warehouse where we know there's some good shit and we're just going to break into it in the middle of the night and steal it, or we're going to just hope this semi has some cool shit in it. Strategic cargo theft is where basically hackers and fraudsters are getting into the supply chain, because a lot of people don't realize is that shipping is now all handled by brokers. The like company that's manufacturing, whether it be Nike or fucking Guy Fieri and his tequila, like they don't own their own trucking logistics. They pay a company to handle that. Well, these trucking logistic companies, I think there's even like a reality show where it's like truckers, bid to like, oh, I'll take this crazy load to, whatever, and I can do it for a better price than the next guy. So there are these networks where trucking companies can see what loads are available in what area and then where it needs to go and what the kind of asking price is, and they will bid on it.
So they just need to get into that platform and just like have like a phantom account or whatever, pretend like you're a trucker. Then you can be like,
Exactly.
oh yeah.
and find out what's hauling. Like, oh,
So
I'll take those
they-
Xboxes, sir. I'll take them all the way back to my house.
Yep.
This needs to be an
either-
add-on for American Truck Simulator. That would make that game so much better.
Oh
You
yeah.
gotta fight off hijackers.
right? Where hijackers try to steal your truck while you're taking a piss at the Love's truck stop. Yeah, so these cargo theft groups, or they're just fraudsters. They either hack in, or through phishing scams, they get a login for a trucking logistics company, and they then get in and like look at the itinerary of what's available. Then they make fake trucking companies, or they just straight up steal a legitimate trucking company's information. If they're already in the system, then it's not that hard for them to get like, oh yeah, well, this is a trucking company that works out in the California area. We'll just copy and paste their logo, make up a fake PDF, and we'll send a bid. Send a bid in to pick up this load. So like you're saying, Teddy, like, why didn't they think of this earlier? Well, in 2020, about 8% of cargo theft was the strategic cargo theft. By
is it 8%?
8%, yeah. By 2024, it's now up to 32%. So it's basically
that doesn't. Well, that's for. I mean, that doesn't seem like getting very strategic and in a quick enough time. You know, I would step my thief game up. Is what I'm saying. 8% of strategery is not enough.
Well, 8% to 32%.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, in what, 4 years, 5 years, 4
Not
years?
good enough.
4 years, not good enough for Teddy.
4 years,
I
not
mean,
good enough for Teddy.
Yes,
Everybody needs to be stealing shit strategically. Okay, get your strategies up. Play some chess. Okay.
So this type of theft is basically, it's similar to identity theft in that they steal their credentials or fake credentials as a legitimate trucking company and place bids on orders through these brokers, where it's just like, okay, if I'm fucking Guy Fieri with my tequila company, like, I don't own a trucking business myself to move my load. Instead, I hire a broker to move my load from Mexico, where it's made, to where my distribution warehouse is. The brokers, they then, they take a cut, just like all brokers do. But the thing is, the broker companies, they end up like taking, not only like they take a fee, but they set up drivers to pick up a load. But because we're in the modern era, there's no, it's not like in the old timey days where it's like, oh yeah, old fucking truck driver Tom, I'm gonna shake his hand, be like, yep, this looks like a good rig here. I trust you to haul my merchandise. Everything's done online. Like, you don't know who the driver is. You just
until they show up. Yeah.
That it is like that. The trucking company who put the bid in to move your product is a legitimate company. They said they're going to do it for this price. They're going to move your product, and then once product arrives, you pay that company, the trucker who moved it, and then the broker gets a certain percentage of that fee itself. I mean, actually, the company pays the broker pays the trucker, and skims a fee for themselves off, which is just normal way business is done these days. But they're saying now these broker companies are saying, like, they're telling their own staff, they're like, on average, about 33% of the time that you're getting companies like saying, hey, I can move this freight, 33% of the time they're saying it's probably a bad actor.
Wow,
that's pretty bad.
Third?
Yeah,
that's like a third. Yeah,
it's a third. Yeah,
you would think
that's a third.
Yeah, you would think
Exactly.
like at this point,
33.3333,
especially if this is getting worse, then it makes sense for at least the bigger players to have their shipping logistics again. for them to do it in house, right?
Well, that's the thing is like you would think it would still make it sense to do it in house, but just the way the shipping industry is, it's so diverse and spread out that like the actual investment to like do your own complete, like we're going to have our own trucking service to cover everything is still not as cost effective as doing
losing
shipping
a third of your fucking shit
through
to
brokers,
pirates.
Well, it's not that you're losing a third of your shit, but it's like a third of some of these people putting in bids to move stuff.
Yeah.
Could be.
So it's just like a bunch of spam or whatever.
Yeah. So that's from the broker side.
Yeah.
So that 33% is like because the broker's the middleman. The thing is, these thieves pretend to either be brokers or pretend to be truckers, but often by pretending to be a broker, they will hire legitimate truck drivers. Like this poor fucking, bastard who hasn't seen his kids for 14 days. He's like, oh, got another contract, right? Like, got to go pick this product up from this warehouse and drive it 600 miles to this other warehouse. They get the contract to move the product, but the driver themselves, who is not at all involved, doesn't realize that the destination he's been given is fake.
Oh man.
Not fake in the sense that it isn't a real location. It is a real location, but it's not the location where the company who made the product wants it to go.
Yeah, he's taking it to the Foot Clan fucking headquarters building or whatever.
Exactly. He's taking it to Shredder.
Shredder's gonna fucking.
So
It's not
Shredder
pirating if they delivered it.
so Shredder can sell it on the black market.
Man, that's kind of fucked.
So yeah, like these thieves, they get into the databases, they track where these like high value loads are, and they'll put fake bids, pretend as fake companies to get the load, and then what's called double brokering, like so. And that is actually still it's a common practice in shipping in general, where a shipping company be like, yeah, we can take that load, but like, oh man, like we're so swamped with orders right now, we're gonna it's like subcontractors with construction, we're gonna subcontract 10% of these extra loads, because it's like, oh, it's only one trailer, we're gonna subcontract it out to like freelance truck drivers. But instead of it being a legitimate trucking company, it's a fake trucking company. And then they subcontract it out to a legitimate freelance trucker who's, unbeknownst to him, doesn't realize the invoice order he was given is not to the real address it should go. And
Work was there. There he is.
One of these
my chin anyway.
So the thing that
I don't like this angle of you here, like looking down on me like I'm not fucking.
Hey, that's racist, dude.
It is racist. His chin is from Ireland.
That's racist, dude.
So why it's underreported is mostly that often, like these companies, it's not till like weeks later that they find out, like, because usually it'll be like the distributor or supplier, like, oh, this truckload is supposed to go to a Walgreens, and Walgreens is like, where's this fucking truckload of tampons? Like, they never showed up. It's like weeks later that they find out it never came. Another reason is that these companies, it's like Nike's a big one, and like in these investigations articles I was reading, like a lot of these big companies, like they would make no comment. Like they don't want to admit that their product was gone. They don't want the publicity. Another thing too is they don't want consumers to know that there may be a shortage of a certain product because, $1 million worth of it was just gone. Another reason too is that, and why a lot of people are like, whatever, it's like, fuck those corporations, they got insurance. It's like, yeah, sure, they got insurance, but it's like, just like us, regular people with a fucking car accident, when they have to make these insurance claims, their premiums go up. So while all these corporations factor in a certain amount of, lost or damage, percentage to their products, if they've got to make insurance claims for loads of stolen material and their insurance rates go up, that price gets factored down where it's like, well, we're going to raise the price of it 5% because we're now paying higher insurance premiums for our next load.
Right.
One of the most targeted, surprisingly, products is food and consumables like Red Bull or protein shakes.
Really?
One of the reasons for that too is the authorities say that it's because they're consumables. The evidence gone.
Yeah.
It's not the same
gotcha,
as
yeah.
like say
Sure.
like there's a story about like a whole truckload of Oculus headsets.
Right.
Oculus those Oculus headsets, at least they all have their own individual serial numbers and
Right.
stuff. Or like
Yeah.
laptops, that's another common thing that's stolen. Or also surprisingly washing machines, which like God, that'd be a fucking bitch to move. But big products like that usually have serial number identifiers that while they're more valuable, the evidence stays around longer. But yes, next would be consumer electronics, Nike shoes, high fashion brands, Lululemon or whatever, like one of the
Lululemon,
yoga
yeah.
pants or something.
The spandex
Yeah.
shit, yeah.
They had like hundreds of thousands of dollars of stuff stolen off of multiple trucks.
Well, they're
And
charging fucking over $100 at least for fucking spandex pants.
Mhm.
Those yoga pants, yeah. Lululemon is
And
it's not cheap.
the thieves know that's a high demand and
Yeah.
high
You could
price
probably
product.
pack a lot of fucking $100 spandex pants in a fucking truck too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right.
And so the
Unless they for
these-
big bitches. Then,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Then it
right.
shouldn't be spandex, Mystic.
Son of a
Then you just-
bitch, we're not going to be able to sell any of these fucking
Just gotta
things.
fold them twice. But these organized crime groups they set up basically like fake storefronts. What they'll do, they'll rent out space that looks like, I don't know if you've ever been in like, a cheap like office rental space where it's like it looks kind of like an apartment complex when you walk in with hallways and doors to different it's like little law firms or whatever, have their businesses in there. They're not traditional store fronts where there's like foot traffic, but they will rent one of these cheap office spaces out, and then they advertise on social media like, oh hey, we got this, that, and everything, like these rock bottom prices, and appointment only, you want to come and look at our inventory. And that is how they sell and move. And it's like you see some of these videos when they rate them, it's like, yeah, it looks like a fucking shitty ass store. Like they have clothing racks, but there's no signage, there's nothing around, there's no windows even
Mhm.
in this
Right.
building. So to try to combat that, freight security companies, there's a number of them now. One of them's named CargoNet. These freight security companies themselves are also hacked into or attempted to be hacked into to try to get their roster of clients. But these freight security companies will actually, a lot of these trucks now have GPS monitoring on all the trucks. So where it's like, oh, this is your load, like here's where it's at. And these companies, if you're a corporation and you hire them, they will actually monitor the truck on its route and making sure it's on its route. And apparently, like usually most cities where pickups are, there's like a 25 mile radius, which is like they consider the danger zone. Whereas like if a truck stops after the pickup within that like 25 mile zone, that's like a high probability it's being offloaded by someone.
Hmm.
And they will like legitimately, you know, like could be some poor bastard truckers like, I haven't pissed in 5 hours. Like they're just pulling over at a truck stop, but they will like call and like verify with that truck driver, like, where are you? Like, why are you stopped? To make sure like that's a legitimate, like, well, I needed to refuel, or you know, I'm hungry, I'm stopping to grab a bite to eat. The thing is though, they also have the ability to the thieves have found ways to spoof these GPS trackers
Hmm.
where they either get in and send fake information of like where the GPS says it's at, or they put blockers in that just like make the GPS tracker vanish. The thing is, most of these like the people who are making these fake accounts and organizing the strategic cargo theft come from overseas or other countries. The top countries are Mexico, Pakistan, India, Uzbekistan, Serbia, and Moldova. And the problem is that all those countries, like think of Mexico, you know, like how much legitimate cargo traffic and logistics is actually going on between Mexico and the United States.
Mm-hmm.
So these freight security companies, like their job is to trying to filter out and determine like what is legitimate freight brokering and what's fake. Like one dead giveaway they said it will be like, oh, this supposed trucking company says like they put in bids to pick up 200 different loads, right? But then when like they look at the information on that trucking company, oh, they've got 4 semis.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
It's like, how are you going to put in 200 bids in one day when you only have 4 semis? So like that's a red flag. Things like that. So now we get on to old Guy Fieri. Wouldn't be a podcast without his spiky bastard head, his old hedgehog head. Guy Fieri and Sammy Hagar, they actually co-founded Santo Tequila. And last year they started heavily promoting this new like special reserve tequila. You know, it took like 3.5 years to make, and they had 24,000 bottles of tequila that was distilled, bottled, packaged in Guadalajara, Mexico, and shipped to Laredo, Texas. Legitimately got there to Laredo. And then from Laredo, the broker company put it on 2 semis, and it was supposed to ship to Lansdale, Pennsylvania. And then the logistic company's like, oh, sorry. They like email the company, there's a problem. Water pump went out of the truck. It's stuck, you know. We're working on getting it repaired. Delivery's gonna be delayed. And they sent like fake GPS report of like, here's where it's at. Oh, it's in DC. Oh, it looks like the water pump it's a doozy, right? Like it's not gonna be fixed till Saturday. Well, we know you guys are closed on Sunday, so it'll be there Monday morning. And the company is like, all right, well, fuck, you know, all right, we're like 2-3 days like delayed on shipping, but you know, we're getting communication from our broker, like it's on the way. They're sending us GPS coordinates and maps. They even sent him a video, like, oh, here's the broken water pump. Look at that bastard. You know, it's going to take a while. And so, like, they're like, okay, well, that sucks, but like, get it here. Monday rolls around, and they said, oh, it's within a couple miles. The broker company, that's like, dude, the broker, who I think actually the broker itself in this case, turned out the broker itself was legit, and the broker was like, "Oh, GPS says it's just a couple miles away. Please confirm it arrived." Never arrived. So it turns out this is another one of those double brokering cases where the brokering shipping company farmed it out to a trucking company. That trucking company then farmed it out to 2 other trucking companies, and those 2 other trucking companies were fake. And so they CargoNet, which is one of those security companies they hired to like look into it, and they tracked down one of the truck drivers, and he was like, he delivered the load, moved on to his next couple of gigs, and it turns out, yeah, he was a legitimate trucker, had no idea like what the fuck was going on. He's like, I took the load where I was told to take it, but he was able to tell authorities where he took it, and instead of Pennsylvania, he took it to Los Angeles, and they, through tracking down with that where that warehouse was, they managed to recover. Let's see here, what was it? 11,000 of those 24,000 bottles. They also found a shit ton of Nikes and Adidas. Like, it was like this warehouse was just full of stolen shit. It was like one of these cargo theft rings had rented an entire warehouse just to store the stolen shit that they were fraudulently faking legitimate truckers to deliver there. So they ended up, so they got 11,000 of the bottles back. They didn't end up finding the other truck. They never found out who exactly the thieves were. They did find out that the thieves were based in Armenia. And so it's one of those where it's like, the reporter was asking, he's like, well, why are you talking about this? Because most companies don't. And he's like, yeah, no one wants to admit, like, yeah, we got fucking scammed. But he's like, we're hired and work with legitimate trucking companies and logistic companies, and it still happened to us. So it's like, this is happening everywhere. So yeah, like even just the strategic side, another percentage, they said it's from the last 4 years, it's up 1,200%. That style of theft.
Damn. There you go, Teddy. They fucking stepped their game up, dude.
Yeah, Teddy, how's that percentage for you?
1,200%, man.
1,200%.
Well, what I thought you said strategic. At first, it was 8%. Now it's 32% of those thefts. So
well, it was
1,200.
So it was
no. 1,200. I mean, shit.
No, Teddy. Listen, you got to think about percentages are also contextual. That 8% to 32% was those are both percentages of broad-based cargo theft.
Oh, okay.
Just strategitic cargo,
Okay,
and that was
see,
also just between 1 year and the next. Those two numbers. This number here, 1,200%, is for the last 4 years.
Okay.
Just the strategic type has expanded 12%.
Okay. So yeah, I thought the 8 to 32% was just the strategic part of the type of robbery. So that's why I was like, what happened to the fucking percentage jump, bro?
No, and that was just 1 year. Where this is over 4 years.
See, I pay attention. I just thought it was fucking. I was like, whoa, you trying to hit me with some Trump numbers, bro? What's going on?
Right? Yeah, right? like a Trump graph. Where like,
hey, get this guy a fucking Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah.
Well, where's it at?
If he doesn't win, he's gonna blow up a country.
That is our.
You guys ever seen it? You guys ever seen like a trucker shit get jacked in real life?
No.
Like in person? No.
This was in Myrtle Beach Bike Week. There was a trailer. This was one of the coolest trailers I've ever seen. It had like 24 bikes in it. Its whole club's bike was on it. And we all went to the bar and everything. I was hanging out. We come out probably 2 hours later. The truck, the trailer, and the bikes were all gone. There were people outside and nobody see shit. And this whole club comes outside and their shit, everybody's shit is gone.
Ready
Just
to
fucking
suck
Oh
chain
man.
whip everyone around.
in here in Nashville, some of the distributors, a couple of distributors got their trucks stolen because these idiots would park in front of the restaurant, leave the truck running, and like deliver the alcohol into the fucking restaurant, and then come back out and the truck be gone.
Oh
They're like,
man.
oh
This
shit.
shit's a lot more fucking prevalent than I
It
thought,
really is.
man.
Right?
So
Damn,
I
dude.
thought that
Mhm.
shit only happened in Goodfellas.
Yeah, right?
well,
It's
that
funny you
that and
said that.
Fast and Furious.
Guy
Like,
Fieri in the interview, he said, he's like, I'm thinking, what is this, Goodfellas?
Right.
All right. Moving along to our What Sexy section. Oracle with
We got-
Sync Room.
Yep.
20 minutes.
Sync room, new
Keep her
thing. I'll keep it short, but just project working out with Mystic. Been doing the writing projects. So I've been hitting the writing pretty hard, doing some multimedia shit with that. And it's a lot of fun. So it's cool just being full swing, fucking doing this other creative thing. I'll leave it at that.
So what is Sync Room?
So Sync Room is like audio visual kind of like storytelling. So in this context, taking the book, that project that we've been working on for the past 10 years and finally getting to the finish line and adding visuals to it. It had music before, had sound effects, and just kind of taking that project to a different platform, which is YouTube. Before we were just going to do like audiobook, print media, digital, and now we've got some capabilities where we're able to do some pretty compelling video stuff with it too.
Nice. Some AI magic.
Yeah, using some AI magic and also some editing, video editing and things like that. Mystic's bringing that. So some things were
Yeah. It's
know,
basically a
sexy
motion comic.
yeah, it's pretty cool. When Mystic, he sent over like the first kind of demo reel or whatever of a concept, I was just like, holy fucking shit, let's do this. So yeah, that's kind of brought a new dynamic to this project, and it's fun to be working with this.
Attaboy.
Ooh.
Check it out, syncroom.com. Moving along, Mystic, you got something for your sexy or you need a minute?
I'm gonna go with Photoshop. Because of this project, we've been using AI basically to generate images.
Oh my god.
More on that later. But the AI model we were using is basically retarded.
It's pretty
fucking-
bad.
it's fucking
Yeah.
retarded, dude.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get consistent shit. And like I couldn't figure out how to it would take the background out of stuff really well, but then I couldn't figure out how to save it and shit. So they give you Photoshop Web with the fucking $20 a month AI subscription, and that is 1,000 times better. Like Photoshop, you hit take background out and it fucking does it like perfectly. Like the AI in Photoshop is so much fucking better, and I don't understand why they don't use that instead of fucking Firefly, because that's a piece of shit.
Firefly, what is that? Image
It's
editing
AI.
software?
It's
Yeah.
Adobe's.
Oh,
That's Adobe's AI thing, and they have their model.
It's good for certain things.
Yeah, Adobe has their model in it, which can be good for like just a pure conceptual fucking thing. But really, you're just gonna get whatever the fuck that thing's gonna spit out. You're not gonna be able to iterate on it, not in an efficient manner. And like Mystic saying, like Photoshop, like using those tools in a more targeted way, it's a lot better. And just fucking around with it. Some models are better than others, but man, yeah. Mystic, I'm sure he'll talk about. You just want to beat like something, like beat an old woman or something after working with us for 5 minutes.
Jesus.
Dude,
Get a new fucking AI.
It's so dumb. And
need to
people that
make
are
it
like, it's going to
slushy.
take over the world in like 2 years. Are you fucking kidding? No.
Yeah, no, it's like it ain't.
We're 100 years out from this
Yeah,
shit, man.
right.
Yeah. All right. We'll save your bitching for the fuck you think. Moving on. Teddy, Halo TV show.
The Halo TV show is now on Netflix. It only has 2 seasons. I am surprised. I like the show. The first season follows them dealing dealing with the Covenant and stuff, and the Covenant finding Reach. I believe is the season finale, and the fall of Reach. I like the story. I like the way they're doing the story. I like the way they've adapted the lore of the world. I do not like the Hollywood trope that I get that you're paying this guy to play this part behind a mask. Let him keep the fucking mask on. You know, that's what the guy does.
Oh,
I mean, like,
Master Chief takes his
Remember,
helmet off.
He takes his helmet off, which is fine, but he does it in the which I get doing it in some part, but they do it in the first fucking episode. I'm like, dude, I'm like, come on, it's part of the.
Let me
fucking
guess.
day.
Timothy Chalamet.
No,
It's the guy's not been. He's
you
been
saw
in a few
The Wire,
movies.
right? Ashtray.
Yeah.
The guy who plays him is the cousin, like the tall dude that survives the second season when they're in the docks. He's that Polish dude.
Oh
like
yeah,
the
he
one
did
who
play
started
yeah.
slinging.
The
that
one who had
started
the
slinging
girlfriend
heroin.
with the great tits.
Yes, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
him! What a nerd.
Yeah. I mean, he's good
he
in the
does it-
role.
He's good in the role, yeah. So I'm almost done with
Yeah,
season
guy
1. I'm
looks
liking
a
it.
lot older now.
They do have a secondary storyline, which I don't feel like has any point in moving in the show. The first season, the first planet that you really see the Covenant attack, it's fucking that they're in a civil war for some reason, and they follow that story through the first season, and I don't know why they did that. I mean, like it's just why did you add that story in? It doesn't
How
make
long
any
ago
sense.
did this show come out?
It's been
It's a
3
few
years,
years.
4 years. It's a few years, yeah.
Okay.
And the CGI for the Covenant in the first few episodes looked like shit. They do clean it up.
Yeah, and then they got money. They got money.
They got money. And they clean it up. But it's yeah. Hopefully we get to see more Spartans. We only get to see like 3 or 4 Spartans in this one. Hopefully we get to see more.
You
in
I
season
think you
2.
do in the second season. I saw
Okay.
it too.
But I mean, I'm sad it got. Hopefully Netflix pick it up and everything else. But I like the story. I like what they're doing with it. So, yeah. Halo, check it out.
Right on. Bring on the swarm. Or what was the fucking
Blood.
flood?
The flood,
Bring
yeah.
on the flood. All right, moving along to me. This one goes out to my brother. Bringing the good toys. Went down for my mom's birthday this weekend. Visit and brought my girlfriend and her son down. They hadn't met her son yet, but my brother brought his fucking little mini dirt bikes and go-karts up, and he also brought this fucking his old-timey apple cider press.
Nice.
And I actually just Googled like apple cider press, or vintage apple cider press, and like this photo is like the exact model that he has. It doesn't have that printing on the funnel. Apparently this one's like Red Cross, but this is going through an antique dealer for $4,000.
Damn.
My brother got this. Some old guy down in the area. He had mentioned through a buddy at work. He was like looking for one, and like you can buy and shitty ass modern ones for like $600-700. And I can't remember. I think he offered this guy $400 for it, and the old man was like, "What are you using it for?" My brother was like, "Well, I got my little kids, and I want to, I think it'd be a fun activity for them to like press some apple cider every year with them." He's like, "Oh, you ain't just gonna use it as like some antique thing you put in your fucking man cave or He's like, I'll give it to you for
Yeah,
fun."
I'm gonna put my fucking cider
I'll give it to
press
you
in my
for free? Oh.
man cave.
Yeah, this old guy gave it to him for free. So my brother was like, "Well, shit." He's like, I bought him like 430 packs of Busch Light.
Well, there you go.
You're just like, oh,
Totally
compared to
worth it.
$400, it's still a steal. But
Right.
Yeah, like this thing, and it's a hand crank. It's like similar to like a meat grinder inside that funnel, but you just toss the apples in, and it's just like just chomping them up, chews them into chunks down in these like look like barrel baskets, but the barrel baskets like they're bottomless. So you put like a wire mesh or not a wire mesh, but almost like a laundry mesh bag that you put in to those little barrels and fill it up with the apple chunks, and then you slide it forward to that part you see there where is the press, and then you just turn that crank and start pressing it down, and it all comes out this like wooden funnel that you just put a tub down there at the bottom.
You should
Oh,
borrow it and make your
my
own fucking
my
oil.
girl my girlfriend's
Press some
son
weed
was
in
like,
there.
there's a bee in there. I'm like, yeah, that'll put hair in your chest. Shut up and drink it. But yeah, it was fun pressing apples with him. And even my brother though, he's like, yeah, he's like, even my kids like they're all into it, for the first 20 minutes, and then after having to
Right.
turn that crank for a while, they're like, I'm bored.
Yeah.
I want to go play Switch.
Mm.
And they run off. So yeah, ended up like the last 2 bags of apples, just me and my brother just drinking beer and grinding apples. But it was fun.
Word.
Oh,
It's the most
anyways,
redneck
moving on
thing
to
I've ever heard someone say.
oh, totally redneck. Moving on to the fuck what you think. Oracle website down.
Yeah, West Side down. Or Webbist.
West Side?
Webbist down. I just had somebody ask, like, just got like a random email today. They're like, hey, did we get this fucking thing or whatever? And I did a little research. It's just some fucking bullshit thing, government thing. So I'm like, okay, what the fuck is this? I go to the
You're
website.
like, the government shut down. We didn't get anything from them.
Well, yeah. I go to the website. The word website is fucking misspelled.
Misspelled.
Webbist down. Due to the lapse in federal government funding, this website is not available. We sincerely regret this inconvenience. For information about available health and human services, please visit hhs.gov. It's like,
Yeah, where they'll tell you the same thing.
exactly. They're going to tell you the same fucking thing. But it was just like, what the fuck? This is dumb. That's it.
God bless the shutdown. All right, Mystic, you got to fuck what you think?
Yeah, Firefly.
Firefly.
I know I
The
pretty
show?
much bitched about it before. No, not the show.
Oh, no,
the
no,
fucking
no.
had the Adobe fucking model.
Oh,
dude.
that's right. Yeah, the
You
AI.
use-
Yeah.
There's the other models, man, are way better. Like Gemini, that motherfucker's great. But then they charge you like 20 credits
Mm-hmm.
a fucking per
For
generation.
rendering or whatever.
Yeah. Whereas Firefly is basically you get unlimited. But I mean, you get 4,000 credits a month.
Firefly is Adobe's AI.
Yeah, that's the Adobe
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Now, if you have a subscription to Creative Cloud, do you get
You
to
get
use Firefly?
yeah, you get
for free?
Firefly with that. That's what I have.
I'll have to look
is
into
Creative
that
Cloud.
because like we have Creative Cloud at work. The Creative Cloud, do all
We're-
this proofing for me.
Well, don't ask Firefly to do it for you because
Yeah,
you probably
right.
lose your fucking job.
I know, right? Customers will be like, "This isn't anything what I asked for. It's just like some big booby anime girl, and my business name is misspelled."
You might get that.
Oracle had a fucking perfect picture. It was 2 pictures. One was they were the exact same prompt. And one was like a fucking great picture of fucking Nicholas, this character we're using with a bow and arrow, right? That I'm gonna use in the final rendering. And the other one was literally like a fucking mannequin head
Yeah. So
in like a fucking 3D background. It was fucking weird, dude.
this is what Firefly produced with
Oh,
that
are you showing it?
exact
Yeah.
same prompt, and I had a character that we had generated. This is what Firefly produced: a mannequin, like a reboot animation thing from the 90s. And this is what Gemini produced with that exact same prompt. Like, what you fucking would want. Like
Where'd you put it at?
it's in the stream.
Oh, yeah, an archer. I see that.
Right. An archer versus a mannequin head.
A mannequin. That's funny. All right, moving along to Teddy. Call of Duty 6 free during Battlefield 6 release. Did I understand those acronyms correctly?
You did understand those acronyms correctly. Way to go,
Yeah,
buddy.
boy.
Battlefield 6 comes out tomorrow, 10 a.m. I thought it released at fucking at midnight, like all the other games, but they did a world release at fucking 10 a.m. So this game's gonna be awesome. The beta was fucking rocking. It was fucking cool. They're taking it back to the old school. This game's gonna be fucking awesome. Call of Duty is gonna get left in the dust because the beta for this game has done better than any Call of Duty game in the past, and that's just of the game being out. So Call of Duty is saying that they're gonna make their game free from the 9th to the 16th. Because that's the week that the Battlefield is releasing. They're trying to get people away from Battlefield, but it's not going to work because Call of Duty sucks. I'll see you in Battlefield, fellas. That's it. That's all.
Word.
Go.
Sorry, COD. Cash on delivery. All right, moving on to
Cash on
me.
delivery.
Ashtray. Gay comic we never knew. Jessica Curson regrets Riyadh Comedy Festival performance. I don't know if you guys saw this. I mean, you've probably all heard the fucking news stories of everybody bitching about the Riyadh Comedy Festival.
I saw some
And how
about
all the fucking comics who went there are sellouts and whatnot. Whatever your feelings are on that, there's a story. This Jessica Curson, who's a lesbian, like her whole stand-up career isn't based around that she's a lesbian. And she herself was like, I was surprised they asked me to come, and she like stipulated like, well, like I'll perform, but like, so long as you guarantee that I can talk about that, like I am gay, like that is part of my stand up, like I'm going to be a gay comic. And they still accepted her. So she went and performed. Well, now apparently she's, issuing this apology because of all the backlash and blah, blah, blah. Where I don't know, personally, I think her original justification for going to being like, well, hey, I'm a gay comic and they're going to allow me to give a stand-up performance about being gay in Saudi Arabia. Like I'm going to be able to, provide like a comedy window that the average person in Saudi Arabia doesn't have access to. And if anything, my girlfriend had a good point. It's almost like if you were to say like if black people were mad that the students that went to Little Rock, Arkansas, to like when they first integrated in that school, like how dare you go to that white school? Like they're all racist.
We were mad. They
You know.
niggas thought they was better than we were.
Well, there you
and
go.
I'm sure there were, but at the same time, it's like, how do you show these racist white people that you're not something to fear? How do you show these, people in Saudi Arabia that gay people are? And it's said now she's all, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I apologize to all my fans and I'm donating all the money I made to an undisclosed human rights campaign. It's like, come on. Like, yeah, I'm to an undisclosed human rights campaign, the human rights in my wallet. It's like, fuck you, just own it,
We got a minute left.
Like the other comedians. But anyways, so that's our show, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Red Eye Report. We're going to be here every Wednesday, Thursday, whatever night we choose, 10 p.m. Central. So make sure you join the conversation at theredeyereport.com or facebook.com/Red Eye Report. You can also fuck us on X because we're not there.
Okay.
Also, in all seriousness, go fuck yourself, Chuck E. Cheese.
Okay.
Like us, share us, or fuck us. We're down for whatever because I'm the Ashtray.
Fair enough.
I'm Oracle.
I missed it.
And I'm Teddy.
Bam, 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 just in time.
Bow, bow, bow.
Are you not going to say it?
This is the Red Eye Report.
Boom.
Bow.